Okay, so welcome back to episode 7 of PopMyCherryPodcast, and we have got another special guest with us this week. We have got Annette.
Hello, Gerry.
Hello. So Annette, for I suppose anybody who maybe doesn't know Annette, I think most people would though.
I don't know how.
Really?
Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'm venturing into new waters here.
But you kind of do this wee thing where you kind of you pop in and you pop out, don't you?
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
You're
We'll go into that.
Yeah, you're not always like hot on the radar. You go out like it's like a monsoon season. You do. I have to call you out for this.
We hedgehog.
Yeah, and then you kind of come back and you know. So, but it's, I think
I'm back.
You need that. You're back, but you need that though. But for anybody that doesn't know, Annette is the founder of, with your sister, isn't it? Yes. Orla, Little Penny Thoughts. So Annette is a motivational speaker and she makes calendars.
Long and short of it, by hand.
Anything else? How would you describe yourself?
I would describe myself as probably a personal development and performance coach.
Yes.
And I own the brand Little Penny Thoughts. Founded it in 2015 with my sister Orla.
Yeah.
And it started off very naturally. It was no big plan.
Yeah.
And nearly 10 years on, we're still here.
Serious?
Yeah, next year, big 10th birthday party.
Are you doing anything for it or?
Well, I'll have to know.
Yeah.
Put it out there.
Aye, well, what would you think would be good?
Just
I don't think you need to go down the whole like canapes and nothing too lavish.
Just something fun.
Fun. Like a wholesome thing, like
Wholesome
like you know what would be cool? Like maybe like a retreat.
That would be cool.
Like a wee retreat, that would be a good idea.
But I would not know who to ask. Like where would you stop?
So do you know this is I would go for community. So say customers or people who are like say anyone that's maybe a subscriber or something. I think this. Oh look, I'm giving you tips here.
Yeah, and then me and Gerry, of course.
Yes. I will be there. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Yeah.
Would you go? Would you go?
Oh, why? 100%.
Would you go?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Do you like yoga, acai bowls?
Is that what you just...
I think you're very... Yeah.
When you look at me, you see yoga and acai.
I just see very like zen. I think you're a very zen person. But then I think a lot of people wouldn't realise how fun you are too.
Well,
do you know? Because you are very wholesome.
I love having the crack. Like.
Yeah, you do have the wee wild side too. Not too wild.
Not too wild, but I would... Like back in the day, like I always say, you know, if you knew me from college, you'd be like, look at that idiot. Like,
really?
But not like... That's not extreme, but...
No.
But I think all teachers are a bit mad.
Oh, yeah. But I think a lot of professions...
In the best way.
The most professional front-facing... So say like doctors and... Say doctors, teachers... Anything that's a very, I suppose, serious job.
Yeah.
I think a lot of them are quite wild because they need to blow a bit of steam.
That's it.
Because they can't.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah, but I was... teaching for nearly 10 years there. How did this happen? How am I in my mid-30s?
Would you go back into teaching?
Never say never, but not at the minute.
Not at the minute.
But it's something that, I did love at the time. But, things change. And I think that there's an important message is that sometimes you change and you grow and never be afraid to move and shift because we're not trees. We're not stuck like.
Oh, I
like that.
that really had to make me think there.
Getting deep.
Yeah, getting deep.
I know, just like sometimes people think, oh, that's you.
Yeah.
But like it's 2024.
No. I like because we were talking about this last week actually about the whole like you're not restricted or we shouldn't put ourselves in like shelf lives and things like that.
And I think some people
a few weeks ago
would say to me, oh, you're so lucky you got out of teaching. I don't see myself getting out of anything. I see it transitioning.
Yeah.
Changing and like stepping stone on your path's your path.
Yeah.
I don't regret any of it. And I just think, it's not about luck. You make your own luck.
Yeah. And I think it's always like there's no such thing as a closed door in a sense. Do you know what I mean? Like you can always go back, but like I don't think I could be a teacher.
Some doors you want bolted, like
what?
Some doors you want.
You do want bolt. I know, fair enough. But I like maybe like toxic exes, things like that. Certain people, maybe a horrible boss. Fair enough. You maybe wouldn't go back to. Sean, how are you?
I'm doing great, Gerry.
Doing great.
Yeah. How's the fan club doing this week?
So all good. They're very intrigued about Sean.
Oh yes.
So right, hold on a minute. So Annette knows Sean. Annette knows Sean.
Not no. I know. No.
No, we've worked together before.
we don't have history, but we know each other.
Aye, not like that. No,
Calm down,
just
fan club. Don't come for me.
Oh, they will come for you.
I know this.
Because some people think you're bald.
Right. I think the
bald
bald
and indie is the main response.
Right.
A bald, like indie vibe, which I think is not far off. Would you say indie?
I would say
fits.
so.
Indie, yeah.
Quirky. But his voice doesn't give bald energy, even though
no.
Does voices give bald energy?
Do you think there is
I
a bald
do.
energy
I
voice?
do. Yeah. Well, if I hear say Phil and Grant Mitchell,
if
someone's like, hello, I'd be like, oh, right, they're bald.
Yes.
Maybe.
Oh, fair
or
enough.
either really hairy.
Yeah. But hair, bald
do you know what I mean?
is beautiful.
Bald is beautiful. But I sometimes worry because I'm like, someday my dad, he's quite like fine hair. And I'm like, the day will come.
Turkey.
But I'm like, I would love to embrace the baldness.
Okay.
But like some people just look like they suit it, like not even bald, but say bald or shaved head, right? Like I think like Sinead O'Connor, beautiful.
Yes. But my opinion on baldness is this, and not probably with more men, not women, because it's very, very...
Oh, it's very different. No, it's very different. Very different. I agree.
But see men, like if you're balding, whack her off.
Whack her all off. Yeah.
Get off. See this hinge floating in the wind.
I agree. And like having to be said, but like just let it go.
And that's very unfair for me to say.
Yes.
Because it's not my hair. And
I get
clinging on for dear life.
No, I get
but
you.
Just let it go, Frozen style, let it go.
I know. Because I think then if you have it completely shaved and completely clean, it actually makes you look younger nearly in a way. Yeah. I think the side bits maybe make you look older, and then a wee bit of facial hair.
A wee bit of facial hair.
Oh, but like bald, like I do love bald. Like I'd be attracted to like a bald man.
Same.
So I would. But yes, but Sean's not bald. Sean's got a full weave.
In fact, he's longer hair than me.
Yeah. Which I think people wouldn't think.
Yeah, but there's people sitting at home with those Guess Who boards.
Guess Who boards.
I loved that game.
I loved it.
I loved that
Were
game.
you a cheater though?
Always.
I always say, oh no.
I'm not very competitive.
I'm not. And I'll always try to cut a shortcut.
Always.
So I'm very
the only card game I can cope with is Snap.
Snap, I'm the same.
You know.
But it makes me so like tense. Like Snap! I get really like nearly.
Like Jack Change is just
too complicated.
I was fond of a wee game of Black Change It. And then I learned how to play blackjack for going to...
You said Black
vegan.
Changes it.
Did I say
Black Change? Aye, so Jack Changes it and
I
Black...
like Jack Change It.
Yes.
But then I learned like how to... No, like the theory behind blackjack.
No, I wouldn't even know.
So there's like you have to know all the combinations and numbers.
Okay.
You know, like if you've got this amount... and the dealer's got this amount,
right?
Yeah.
Then this is the move that you make and blah, blah. So I tried to learn a bit of it for going to Vegas.
Right.
And it completely backfired.
Serious?
Is it a sneaky game? Do you have to be sneaky?
You just have to remember loads of combinations.
Oh, no.
And then even then, you have to hope that, that it comes off because not every time it'll even work.
Oh, gosh,
But
no.
you have to try and like count up, like it's all probability.
Yeah.
But I went and I was going like, I'm a boss at this now, I know all the right combinations inside out.
Yeah.
And I went to Vegas thinking like what it'd be like a $5 in to like play a hand.
Oh no, not in Vegas.
And
a bottle of water's $10.
Oh, it's crazy.
I set $50 down on the table. And the girl handed me a pair of cards. And I was like, no, where's my chips? And she was like, it's $50 minimum. And I was like, oh no, here I'm not fussed on doing that.
No.
I was like, give it back. And she was like, you're dealt in. It's too late.
Oh, stop it.
Just stick to the slot machines.
And I was like, right, well, I'm here now.
You might as well go for it.
So I was like, I've practiced.
Yeah.
This is the moment. Time to turn up, Sean. And she went, boom, boom. It was like 14. And I was like, right, okay, 14. And she's got 7. So that means I need to go for another one.
Right.
Hit me. And then 10. That's me out. And I was like, right, $50 away. That's me done for
That's you done, I know.
That's it, no.
Some people can't walk away from a lose. So I remember one time somebody bought me a scratch card, right? And I maybe won like a $5 in the scratch card. And I thought, I'm not going again here. No. I went in the shop and I was like, can I have the $5? So I, they exchanged. But then my friend, she was like, no, she won too. And then she's like, no, I'm going for the £10 scratch card. And she lost. And I was like, well, like, look, what have you learned?
But see, like deal or no deal, like.
Oh, do you think, would you swap your box?
It depends, but like.
It's all, but it all says about the psychology of, are you the type of person who trusts your intuition, or are you the person who will doubt yourself at the last minute? See, if you're a doubter,
depends what season I'm in.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I know what I mean.
Like autumn and winter? No, really?
I change in seasons.
Well, so summer you're
like
a bit. Summer you're a bit more like you're like more
cautious.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, summer I go a bit more like.
No, so like.
I'm like, come on, Barbie, let's go party.
Oh,
like, no, I make summers for mistakes, autumn's for hibernation, so people forget about the mistakes.
I come alive in autumn and winter.
Really?
But no, autumn's class, like renewal.
Right, sell it to me here.
Like autumn, like I just love the fresh autumn air.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
it's just fresher.
What about the grey sky?
But look how miserable the summer was. We're not going to get into the weather, right?
Well, I was never here, so.
Oh, fair enough. But you did the right thing then.
I was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
So that you are a summer boy.
Yes.
Yep.
And like book the holidays, go away.
Exactly. I like that.
But
no, I'll sell it to you. So like fresh, crisp autumn air, cozy, warm, comforting, but also renewal.
Okay.
You know?
So what about
and I just love Halloween.
I love Halloween. Do you like Halloween, Sean?
I love Halloween, yeah.
But I think we all like Halloween. I'm going to assume you love Halloween. You love Halloween for like maybe like the pumpkin latte and like the snugness and the autumnal tones and maybe like a wee movie and there's some trick or treaters. There's some candy.
Oh no, I don't enjoy that.
No.
I love with my nieces and nephews.
Yeah, nephews and all that. Like the wholesomeness of Halloween. Meanwhile, I'm like, the Halloween is the one time that a girl can be an absolute slut and totally get away with it.
Yeah, I don't think I ever have dressed up like.
Oh, have you not?
No, I've dressed up, but never cute. Like I've always been like weird, but like me and my friends, we just love dressing like.
Yes.
Very Is it PG?
PG. PG would be like good.
Or maybe not. Maybe one year was like a wee like Little Red Riding Hood. I'll show you.
Right.
I'll show you her.
I'd imagine. Well, Little Red Riding Hood is like, it's like the basic bitch.
Basic bitch.
It's like, that's the girl that's like, everyone else is going skanky, so I'm going to have to wear, I'm not going to wear like a bin liner and, paint my face green.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I was like slutty jail boy one time, and I wore like, well, this was the worst thing ever. It was a Halloween party that was like a family one, my neighbours, and like there was like, it just was so inappropriate, like all like grannies, granddads, all that malarkey at it. And then I landed literally in like, I'm talking like a pair of briefs, knee-high striped stockings, black and white, and then this like jail crop top, and it was like inmate 10209010, and then a big ball chain on my foot.
Okay.
But like basically my hole was out. But just imagine, like, we're not in a club, like we're just in someone's kitchen, like as in like, well, does anybody want a vol-au-vent?
Like cocktail sausage?
And I'm just like, behave.
No, that's what they did them parties.
I was like, no. But I was like, I didn't get the memo.
You didn't get the memo. Is it like Bridget Jones?
Yeah,
that time.
Bury that Bridget Jones when she goes in the bunny outfit.
Do you know what? I love Bridget Jones.
Yeah. You remind me of Bridget Jones.
Great. Fantastic.
No.
Brilliant.
No, like in a way. Like just that. I find Bridget Jones is very just something very innocent about her. Like that, like innocent, wholesome-y. Like I can imagine you rocking up to a Halloween party, maybe trying to like in a Little Red Riding Hood costume.
I'm trying to be cool.
Yeah, and
because I'm not a cool person.
Do you not think so?
No,
would you say
some people are cool? I'm not just very.
Yeah, I wouldn't be cool. Sean, I think you're cool.
You're
cool in a very like indie underground way.
Cool.
Well, I don't know.
Do you think? No, I think you are. There's something very chill about you, Sean.
Yeah, I think like during my school years, I tried to be cool.
Yeah,
and it just didn't work.
I think if we're going to go into like the infrastructure of school, like say like you're not a jock, like I don't think you're a cheerleader. Neither was I. Like we're cool in our own individuality.
We're all cool as fuck.
Yeah,
I don't know what I was.
We were
maybe a drama geek.
Were you? I
was into the drama and the shows and singing
and all.
I got to the Waterfront final with my two friends, Ash and Shauna, Dixie Chicks.
Oh, serious?
But we did think we were
like the Dixie Chicks.
Yeah. Everyone else in Carrickmore thought we were the Dixie Chicks too. We ripped the.
Well, sure, that's what matters, though.
That's what.
As long as Carrickmore thought it, then who cares what anybody else thinks?
That's it.
And
what a place.
Have
you ever been?
I likely have, but it's not. I don't think I got my passport stamped for it. Do you know what I mean? Like you drove through it or something. Where is it?
Beautiful place. It's So it's West Tyrone. So it's in between, like, basically it's the hub. So we're in between Dungannon and Omagh.
That sounds
How do you not know this?
Wait, should I know this? My geography's terrible, though. I'm shite.
So would you say you're Toome?
Toombridge, yeah. Toombridge, Mackerfell.
Is Toome and Toombridge two different places?
No, it's the same thing.
Right.
Toombridge is like the full title.
Oh my God, I never forget the Elk.
The Elk. Oh my gosh, did you ever go to the Elk?
No.
Right, you missed out. So to anybody listening who maybe doesn't know about this, the Elk was like a teenage disco. Yeah. So when you were all teenagers, like the Elk was the place to go. The Elk, the Glenavon,
the Greenvale,
and Clubland.
Yes.
And if you're not from our area, I feel a bit bad. But anyway, like it is a story. Like the teenage discos were like amazing. Like honestly, you'd maybe have like 2 cans of Red Bull. You thought you were drunk.
Oh, aye.
And they used to have like PJ parties where you wore pajamas.
Right.
And then there was like rave party, foam parties.
Right. So you would have went to laundry and stuff.
Yeah.
In Elk.
But like you weren't drinking. It was like a teenage. It was like a disco. It was like a disco, so it was. But then when you got older, you would have went to the teenage disco. Say when you were like 16. Don't encourage us, by the way, as a disclaimer. This was a different generation and a different time period. But you would have like underage drank, so you maybe would have got a car out. You know, and a wee like a WKD, or there was this drink called Big Beastie. Do you remember it? No. Oh, Frosty Jacks.
No.
Oh, why?
Frosty Jacks. Do you drink it?
Froje.
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 And then
Frog.
White Lightning, Fat Frog as well. Yeah.
Just rocket fuel.
So all them, they were just pure rocket fuel. But honestly, you'd have one WKD and you were full.
That's you, like.
You were full.
Yeah.
And it was just carnage.
Pledge.
Did you?
Yeah.
So when did you start drinking?
Probably when I was 18 and then I was let out to the Holylands.
Did you go buck mad?
I did.
Right. Because I always think that people who started drinking when they were younger got the madness out, but not as extreme.
No, I definitely.
Meanwhile, the people that waited till they were 18,
just, you know, Jaeger bombs were my best friend. And loved buying Jaeger bombs for people. And,
Where would you have went to? Like, what bars would you have went to in the Holylands?
In the Holylands.
Oh, the Hatfields. You know, Renshaws made a comeback.
Rose and Crown?
Rose and Crown towards my latter years, but that started getting very popular.
Yeah.
Kiarma.
Where's that?
Kiarma was a nightclub.
A nightclub, right?
Kiarma nightclub. The Box.
Yeah.
The Bot.
Yeah.
Unreal. And then, like...
Do you remember Eldivino? No?
Yeah.
Eldivino was very like the Belfast celebs. Like, oh, there's Rory McIlroy. Like,
where was
it was very...
It was beside the water.
It was beside the water, near the waterfront and all.
Absolutely.
But it had like 3 floors and all. It was really bougie.
Remember the M Club?
Club.
£1 drinks on a Tuesday night. That is dangerous.
And then Thompson's Garage. I think Thompson's Garage is the longest standing. Like it's still, it's never changed its name.
And
Rain, but Rain would then became a gay bar, and then I think it's now closed.
Aww.
What was it called there? I forget what it was called.
Oh yeah.
Liberty?
Yeah.
Was it Liberty? Libertine. But Rain. So remember, it used to be like Eggbot Rain.
Eggbot Rain.
And that was on Thursday.
6 shots for
£6 for £6 to be tray.
Cross the road.
To the bots.
Armband upstairs.
And then you maybe would have seen a PR person in the street to give you free entry into Rain, and then you went there after. Mental.
Oh, but do you know what the best part about this whole thing?
Yeah.
There was no phones.
No phones.
Because I would
no
never
phones.
career.
No, neither would I. Oh, the amount of times I remember one time getting chucked out of the Hatfield, and then I climbed over the fence to try to get back in. And then I don't know if I've ever mentioned this on here. Not one time I got kicked out of box 2, and then I licked the axe. They always give you this big axe in your arm. Licked it off, went charging like a Spartan warrior. Like I'm running, like trying to get past these bouncers. Managed to slip through them, ran up the stairs, hid. And then they found me again. And then I got onto the ground and started doing roly-polies.
Cool.
So they were like, literally, imagine 5 bouncers trying to grab me, and I was like, I had nothing because I was rolling away. And then I got chucked out. Literally, it took 5 of them to actually charge me out.
Only got kicked out once. It was the beach club.
Did you get kicked out of it? Stop it!
And it was a foam party, so everyone was absolutely side road Sally.
Stop it! Why'd you get kicked out?
I think I was rugby tackling and like doing dangerous moves on the dance floor, like maybe potentially hurting other people, like by tripping them.
Aye, but isn't it funny though? Like you think back in the day, like we were all like hellions on a night out, like absolute. And I feel sorry for the younger generation.
That's what I was
saying.
Say,
yeah,
like even like
I feel like they missed out on that. Like,
did you go to Sally's in Omagh?
Oh gosh, yeah,
right.
yeah.
It was the place to be, right?
See, we were coming from Mackerfell. I always hated the bus journey.
I hated Mackerfell.
The Seven Sisters.
And then if he's got left in Oma.
That's happened a few. I had a friend, he got left. Do you remember Bed in Newry?
Yes.
Or the bank as
well.
The bank. He got left behind and had to stay in a randomer's, like a wee granny's house, knocked the door. Hey, I've missed my bus home. Can I stay here for the night? And God loved them. They put him up, but how dangerous.
That is dangerous for the granny. She could have been taken up.
And the bus went on. Nobody gave a fuck. That's terrible.
But you know what? Do youngsters, it sound like I'm a granny here, but do they go out anymore?
I think they're too busy making. There's less of it. They're making TikTok dances. I think everyone's so into the phones now. It's scary.
That's what I mean. If there was anything happening, and even it could be harmless enough, and it's captured in video, it's just used for content.
Everything's content, views, follows.
I wouldn't be fit for that. Do you know what I mean?
No. Even when they are out, I feel like they don't go as mad now.
No.
Oh, because you're being watched.
It's very much like back in the day, the girls, nobody drew on an eyebrow. It was pan stick. It was really bad instant tan. It would have been
blue
streaky coming
eyeshadow literally into the,
Urban Decay Naked palette. Do you remember it?
Oh my God, absolutely.
Just whacking it on.
Urban Decay, the glitter eyeliner.
Takarama, you maybe got an outfit from Miss Glam and Castle Court. Leopard print, a big chunky heel. You couldn't walk no more in them. You were walking in stilts. And
Exhibit.
You were rode off Exhibit and Envy.
Exhibit, as I used to call it.
And you had a fun night out. A night out was messy and fun. And you danced goofy. You didn't care.
Yes. No, I just loved
now I feel like we live in such an image world, and we've so much access to other people and what they're doing, and everybody's got tabs on everybody that I think people just aren't really living in the moment anymore.
Yeah. People don't, and also not everyone, but
not everyone
don't I don't know, wear the same outfit again.
No, I like
or even share outfits.
What do you call it? Fast
fashion. Yeah.
These OOTDs, I admire them.
Yeah.
Right? Fair play.
Yeah.
But how do you keep her going?
I know, and it's not sustainable either. Meanwhile, I actually have a lot more respect for the ones that do the more the repurposing an outfit. Yeah. So I've got these trousers. I'm gonna try and style them with a different item and make it in a different. And I'm there's a bit more thought into that as opposed to buying a new outfit
and also,
for no need.
A lot of people are just copying each other.
Yeah. But this is the thing.
I'm totally on that bandwagon because I'm leopard print the minute.
But leopard print is in at the minute.
It
apparently.
is in, and so
but
is
leopard
Gerry.
print, I think leopard print was always in though.
I know, Cat Slater.
Not
saying I was a little bit of a slag.
I was a total slag.
That is iconic. Do you know what? Back in the day, I loved EastEnders.
Loved it.
Not so much now, but you could go back and watch EastEnders now and pick up where you
left off. Yeah.
But literally, you see that Cat Slater and
but
the daughter Zoe.
The daughter Zoe. You ain't my mother.
Yes, I am. Iconic. And
iconic.
Then, do you just remember, I'm going to say something controversial.
Oh.
But the man of my dreams is an EastEnders.
Right.
I don't know if he's still there now, but I would have always, even if you ever look back in your Facebook posts, I had a post about him.
Right. Oh.
A lot.
Nearly like a love
just
letter.
Like
a love letter to
or
him.
even wee polls. What do you think? Like this, if you agree, type of thing.
And
just to my own crew.
Yeah.
Max Branning.
I get it.
You get it.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Max Branning.
I get it.
And if we're going to be more mature, Jake Wood. Hi.
Who's Jake Wood?
Jake Wood is Max Branning.
Oh right, okay.
Because Max, but if I met him, say
yes.
I'd be like, Max, but do I like the bad boy?
No, you like the character. It's the character.
Because Jack Branning was more, a
Jack the lad.
Jack Honky McGee.
Yeah.
But
he just
Max was
do
just...
you remember he had the affair with Stacey?
Even just was whisper.
And it
Tanya.
was
Stacey.
He just looked like
bad.
I don't know, just like a real a dirty cunt.
Poor Tanya.
Oh my God.
No, do you know what I mean?
But he just no, and then it's something about Max
Yeah.
But visually as well. Visually. And then someone said so
would that be would you say that would be your guilty crush?
Probably yeah, maybe so.
Sean,
I have loads
do you have loads? Or do you have any other ones too?
I don't know if I can say.
Say it, you have to now.
I don't know, but there's that many, you see.
Oh, right.
What about you, Gerry?
Me?
Yes.
I think, so this is whenever I think I realised I was gay.
Oh, I love this.
Do you remember the Tarzan movie? The original? What's his name? George? George of the Jungle, sorry. What's Brendan?
Brendan Fraser, was it him?
Yes, I think it was. But I think I was maybe like 6 or 7, or I don't know what age I would have been whenever that came out. But it was like when you were younger, like you maybe had a crush, but you didn't know what it was. It just made it wasn't.
You just had a connection.
Like you're like, oh, I really like him, or like that character. Yeah.
Hi.
And I always love the whole like the swinging about the trees, like like I don't know why.
And you
I always wanted
Jane.
to be Jane. Yeah.
Jane.
Yeah.
Oh, so living your Jane fantasy.
I'd say Tarzan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Class. So between Max Branning and Tarzan.
What about cartoon characters?
Hi.
There is a thing about this. Like there is like certain people have crushes on certain like cartoon characters.
So I didn't have a crush on these characters because it would be illegal, you know.
Right. Okay.
But the Rugrats, I just loved.
Right. So you just you just love them.
Endearing.
Right. Okay.
Like we Tommy Pickle.
Yeah. Oh.
Does that sound like Tommy Pickle? You.
Stop.
Tommy Pickle. And then, you know, what did they say?
Remember Cynthia the doll?
Cynthia.
She's a really good dancer, Cynthia.
She's creepy.
She was,
wasn't she?
Like the
She
hair
was
going like that there, yeah.
But what did Tommy say about responsibilities?
Chucky.
Chucky.
Yeah, Chucky.
And
Angelica, Lil and Phil.
Lil and Phil.
Lil and Phil, they were adorable.
Their wee
hair, their wee...
But I Lil and Phil, the twins. I love Rugrats, the movie, but there's
great.
Tommy, he always said, responsibilities now. You know, about responsibilities. And I just think that, like, sometimes that meme goes around in my head.
They were adorable, But by, like say, like, I do have, like, an adult cartoon crush.
Spark. You know the
thing.
Ba-bam.
Stop.
I loved it.
You still vividly remember this. But my crush was Johnny Bravo. You can tell I'm so I seem like a real dirty bitch. Like Tarzan, like the big I love like the alpha male. I'm real like Phil and Grant Mitchell, Max Branning. Like you can tell I'm like
Phil or Grant. Phil or Grant.
Oh, Grant 100%.
Aye, Grant.
Oh, I wouldn't touch Phil.
Would you not?
No.
Sharon.
Phil. I love Phil's voice. Phil's voice with Grant.
Right.
Uh-huh.
There you go. That's like Cat Slater chat is just.
Oh, here, open that up and that there. I love ASMR.
Right, okay.
Open it up.
But some people hate this, like you know,
go for it.
and like you know. Anyway, right. So I'll do an ASMR after that. I'll chat. Right.
Oh. That's the most satisfying sound. Did you like ASMR?
No.
Oh.
Not for me.
Really? I thought you would.
No. What I do like is, you know, like white noise.
White noise as well, yeah.
Like, so I have the child now and with loads of wee gadgets and all that.
Yeah.
No, to get like to help him sleep.
Sleep and all, yeah.
And like monitoring his sleep and stuff. So like, but one of the things is that like the wee nightlight has like a white noise.
Oh,
button
yes.
on it. And fuck me, like 2 seconds, you have it on.
And out.
Right, like that.
I listen to like sleep meditation, but it's like somebody speaking like, now it's time to go to sleep.
Yeah.
You've had a long day. Let go of your worries.
And would you do that every night?
Feel your head melting into your pillow.
Very that, but then it puts me into such a deep sleep that then I struggle to wake up.
That's really good though. Sleep's class. What does this remind you of?
Oh my God, Diet Coke? No.
No, the advert. Remember the hunky man? Na.
I don't want you to wash your clothes. Oh, no.
Wash your clothes.
I just want to make love to you.
Remember the girl in she was in the office and then the man was washing the windows.
Oh, yes. Is that Aretha Franklin?
Oh.
We need a race. We're very... We just throw things out there and we never really have an answer for it.
That is misheard lyrics there.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't want to wash your clothes. Like,
wait, what is it?
I don't want to be no slave, na 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 na. I don't want to work all day, na 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 na. But I want to be true. And I just wanna make love to you, na 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 na.
Etta James.
Oh my God, it's turned into
Etta James, is it Etta James? Oh, very good. Missed lyrics.
Misheard lyrics.
Right, okay.
So my mother.
Yeah.
Hello, Susie K. Big shout out there. You know, she is the queen of misheard lyrics.
Really? Because there's a lot of people that really are like the lyric place, aren't they? They're like, you said that wrong, or
So like, what do you call? What is one that she say? You know, are you singing or are you dancing? You know.
Oh, are you human? Or are we dancing?
So like she would just make up her own.
Oh, really? Right.
But also like misheard lyrics. Do you know many of them?
The Trombolese one.
Right. So
my love has got the morning.
He's got his strong beliefs.
And then what
Trombolese isn't a word. He's got his strong beliefs.
Strong beliefs. See, I know it's wrong, but I still don't know what it is.
I just assumed the trombolese was a brass instrument.
That's what I thought.
Aware.
That's like a. That's what I always thought that they were saying.
Like,
no.
Honestly.
Do you have any other ones?
You know, there's so many in my head. What other ones? So like, you know, Cotton Eye Joe.
Yes.
So for years.
Yeah.
I think for years until last year, I was dead up a deep a Cotton Eye Joe.
Okay,
I was married a long time ago. You know, dead up a deep a Cotton Eye Joe. I've been married a long time ago. But actually, it's if it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago.
Where do you come from?
Where did you go? Where did you come from? Where did you go?
Go.
Or wherever.
But then have you ever noticed this, right? Sometimes you sing and you don't know the words, right? And you're singing along, but like if you actually listen to somebody sometimes singing a song, it sounds like this weird mumble. Like so say like maybe like Dido. I sing on the raindrops and like but you do it. Like if you actually listen to yourself, you think you're singing it, but you're not. You're just like nearly like mumbling to the sound of it.
I just love that song. I wrote to you, but you still ain't calling.
What one's that?
That's Dido and Axe Eminem.
And do you like Dido? You give me Dido vibes.
Dido vibes. I will go down with this ship.
Anyone who's about like, you know, inspirational quotes and all that, like you have to love Dido, no?
I suppose I do.
Dido's my like depressing music.
Tears don't fall, I'm wondering why.
Got out of bed.
Oh, that's a good tune. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna create a playlist.
Do you love like a good bit of sad music? Like so say obviously you're very much into like, you know, like mindfulness and like, you know, you're a big advocate for like mental health and
tunes
you
that
know
hit the soul.
Yeah.
Like music speaks.
Right.
That words can't.
Yeah.
Like music is definitely a big comforter for me.
And I think music is very therapeutic. I think sometimes it's like you need that like emotional, like I call it shedding. Do you know like nearly like a dog shedding hair? Like sometimes you need a, you know, like release that like the heaviness or the sadness, and sometimes having a good cry or listening to like a bit of like Adele or.
But music is so powerful, and I love like I have a real dolly mixture of like genres. You know, and sometimes like when I'm driving on my yoke, the car, you know, driving down, especially the M1, that's me in my time.
Yes.
To belt out, you know, Celine Dion. And The Power of Love.
Power of Love.
You know.
I love that one.
And you know, just a real,
yeah,
you
music,
know.
but then it's funny how it's such a comfort for a certain feeling that you're feeling. So sometimes I love that. Like say you get up in the morning, you've got a bit of George Michael Wham, like wake me up before you go, or sunshiny day.
Yes,
I can see clearly now. You're just like
or even like I love tunes that like create nostalgia. So like bring me back till a time.
Yeah.
And I love like so we were talking about clubbing there.
Yes.
We didn't call it clubbing, just women out like. But you know, Killers. Jealousy.
No.
What's that right saying?
No.
You don't like it?
No.
Well, that was my jam.
No. I fucking hate that fucking
match.
song. I hate and that was every commercial nightclub played that fucking song.
I loved
at the end of the night, and that's why I hate it. I hate it.
I
absolutely hate it. It's but the thing is, it is a great song. But it's just coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine.
No. Gotta be down
I always
because I want it all.
Right,
started out with a kiss, I did it up like this.
It was only a kiss. Right, I do know it like,
but that's
but it is a good song. But it's just that's what it always reminds me of. Is like I remember like being at the discos or being at a nightclub, and it was that's when you know like the night's over. So I'd be like, I'm leaving early, get my coat quick, I'm way to the burger van.
We used to sing when we were like walking to Kiarma. Like we were first year in Holylands, pure simps let out of the country, out of like goats let out of fields, right? So we're like walking from our house, say in Kiarma Street till Kiarma, and we just sing Kiarma, 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 chameleon. You come and go. The nostalgia.
Has anyone ever said you're cheesy? Have you ever got that?
You are
pure. You're a cheese board.
I'm a cheese ball. Like I mean it. Like I love it.
In the best way, though. In the best way.
But I'm hopefully sincere cheese.
Oh yeah, like you're.
Not. I don't say things for the sake of it.
Oh, like I don't think you're Cracker Barrel. Like I think you're.
I'm not Red Leicester either. It's stinking.
No. What's a posh cheese? Chutney. It's chutney cheese.
No, I'd like to.
Brie.
Oh no,
Brie.
I wouldn't want to.
What
be
is
brie.
Chutney then? Chutney's cheese.
Chutney's not cheese. It's a jam. You dip in cheese.
In a cheese board.
In the cheese board.
Oh right, okay.
And also, what's that? Love? If I was a cheese, I would definitely be cranberry.
Is Cumber not a place?
No, Camembert.
Oh, Camembert.
Oh, that's very rich.
Yeah.
What is the one? Cranberry.
Brie.
No.
It's Brie.
Cranberry.
No, it is Brie.
It's definitely not Brie.
Brie with cranberry.
Brie with cranberry is lovely, but it's the cheese with the cranberry in it.
I don't know.
Baby Bell?
No, it's not. I'll come back to that. But definitely, I love it.
I've got
Wednesdaydale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Lovely. I love it. Oh.
Parmesan. I like
Parmesan. Oh, I love.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Parmesan.
I don't know.
Parmesan.
Depends where you're from. If you're from Belfast.
Saying it right. I'm maybe saying it a bit
Parmesan.
more. We're a bit more culture.
We're a bit more. Go with
a Parmesan.
A wee bit of a, when you like order.
And a garlic dip.
Or you order off. I never forget going on a date one time.
Right.
And a man ordered an escalope.
What's that?
So I was like, but is it a scallop? Or is it an escalope? But what is the right? You know what, chicken escalope.
Chicken escalope. I worked in a hotel, chicken escalope.
But he's like, can I have the escalope?
Escalope.
And I saw like, what drinks that? Like thinking, and he's like,
Stop
it. Aye.
If you went on a date and somebody orders, is that a deal breaker?
Well, I hope not, but that's probably what's happened to me. In fairness, I panic order.
Do you, right?
Panic order, and then I order something that
random.
Like one time I went on a date and I ordered beetroot risotto.
Oh,
and goat's cheese and all on it, and it's just like I've stained my whole mouth. It was like
you smile and you had purple teeth.
That's a purple teeth, and he's like, that's so random, and I'm like. Yeah.
See, it's moments like that. I'm glad I'm like
you're out of the dating game
because last time we went, I got a big thing of wings,
right?
And I was halfway through eating them, and I was a fucking mess.
Yes,
like the sauce everywhere, and I was going, it's as well I'm not on a fucking date here.
I know,
but wings are lethal.
But wings are you need to eat wings.
Yeah,
whenever you see, knew what would put me off more if I went on a date and somebody was eating wings with a knife and fork.
Or a pizza with a knife and fork.
You are a serial killer. Like, I am sorry. That is just, no. I would...
Far from that, we were reared.
Or eating pizza. Did you say pizza?
No, see,
pizza with a knife and fork?
When a knife and fork comes out...
Oh, for a pizza?
For a pizza, I'm like,
come on. Even a burger. I get it sometimes with a burger because the burger can be quite big and beefy. But, just grab it with two hands and just bite. Do you know what I mean? Let it flow out.
The burger.
It's going to either land on you or the plate. Just pick the rest up with a fork.
That's it. Five Guys match.
Aye. But, you wouldn't eat a burger with a knife and fork. It takes the fun out of it. Some food things are meant to be ate with your hands.
I love the picky
tapas, nibbly, I'm assuming. Love that.
Love a tapas.
But say, for instance, imagine if you went on a date, right? And this is going to sound girls, gays, boys, straight boys. Sorry, this one's not for you. But if you went on a date with a man, right, and he kind of say if he's sitting in front of you, right, and he's like, "Oh, can I have chicken goujons and chips?" I love chicken goujons and chips. So there's no shade to it. Like on a first date type of thing. Fair enough. Later down the line, you're in a pub, get it. Like, do you know what I mean? But it's just something a bit immature about it.
Do you think so?
It's just like, you don't really.
Is it like ordering a glass of milk?
It's given like, let me guess, you wouldn't eat veg. You don't eat veg. That's where my brain. It's a bit kids mealy.
But it also,
do you know what I mean?
But it's safe. It's also safe.
And also it's like not sloppy. You know, spaghetti bolognese would be a handling. Lasagna is a handling.
But say for instance, like meanwhile, if a man's like, do you know what? I'm going to go for the sea bass with the baby boy, like something, and I'm not into that type of food, but just something a bit more like exotic or.
Are you a foodie?
I am, and I'm not. I'm a fast foodie.
Yeah. I love it.
I'm not.
Here, but you know what? You can't beat a wee drive-through.
I'm the person that would order the goujons, to be honest. But
I love a wee drive-through, wee McFlurry.
I love drive-through. I'd rather KFC.
Yeah.
I love a wee KFC, Twister wrap. Love a Nando's, Chinese. Love all of them. I love all the bad things, but I'll always order the same thing out of them all.
Yeah, just creature of habit.
I'm a creature of habit. Yeah, would you be a creature of habit?
No. I'm experimental.
Really?
I love food.
With food or with life?
Probably both.
Both.
But depends what season I'm in.
Yes.
Remember.
So in autumn is you're trying all the new things.
Trying all the new things, or maybe just coming into myself a wee bit more again. And
do you feel that comes with age?
I think it does. And I listened to your podcast previously, Gerry, and you talked about therapy.
Yes.
And like therapy really does like cement things.
Yeah, because you would go to therapy, would you?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I am a big advocate for therapy. The therapy that works for me is CBT.
Yes, that's cognitive behaviour therapy. Have you heard of that before, Sean?
Yeah.
Cognitive
CBT.
behaviour therapy, yeah. So am I right in saying there's CBT is more about like nearly like learning the tools of like how to maybe, so if you're maybe say feeling anxious or a certain feeling, or it's helping you build the tools of dealing with things.
I suppose, thought challenging.
You know, okay.
Especially when you have that negative voice in your head.
Yeah.
Like, and I didn't have it. I was my mid-20s, so it was a very new experience. Yes. And I didn't want to be thinking like that.
No.
I didn't want to think I was a piece of shit or behind in life or comparing myself. And it got me into a very deep, dark place. And then I would go to therapy, like CBT, and it did help. But you have to practice it.
You have to,
And then I'd like get better and be like, I'm away, and then not really apply what I've learned.
What you've learned.
So unless you're actually listening, if you're blessed enough to find the right therapist, which is a big thing, the dynamic, it's a bit like a relationship.
Yeah, it is. No, it is.
You know, having that safe space, and I just love mine, and I'm with her now at the minute.
Yeah.
You know, I always spoke about therapy in like past tense. I used to go. And once again, that's a wee bit of stigma.
Yeah.
But now CBT is my thing, and it's a place where I go, safe space, to vent how I'm feeling. And it's not about what I'm feeling about others, it's about how I'm feeling about myself and my inner dialogue.
Yeah.
And your inner dialogue.
It's like them intrusive thoughts.
Well, that's it. And, checking the quality of your thoughts, and are they conducive to a life you want to live, and are you speaking to yourself like someone that you'd love?
I know, because I think, and obviously everybody, we all come from different walks of life, and I think everybody has different struggles, but one of the common denominators is kind of, we speak to ourselves so horribly.
Well, that's it.
Oh, like I was so self-loathing, like it was. And it's quite sad, isn't it, when you think about it? That
actually makes me so sad, because I get it.
Yeah.
I used to be the same.
I know.
And mask it.
Mask it, yeah.
Mask it. And just, I think, when you're not, reaching certain expectations of yourself.
Yeah.
You want to be, say, for me, I want to be an organised person. I always want to be on time, on top of my shit, blah, blah, blah. But when you're a creative person, and also neurodivergent as well, which I've recently discovered about myself, and that's been opened my whole world and my eyes to being more compassionate for myself, because you can't just pick parts of yourself that you don't like and rip yourself to shreds.
No.
Because you're not perfect.
No.
Perfection doesn't exist.
No, and I think society plays a huge part in that. But the thing is, that will always be, that will always exist. There will always be people that will make you feel it, but it's like challenging them like dark thoughts, and thinking, wait a minute, no, because there's a saying, thoughts aren't facts.
Thoughts aren't facts.
Thoughts aren't facts. if you think of life in an actual way, it's all just perspective.
Well, that's it. And also finding evidence.
Yeah.
You know, it was when I was teaching, you know, I was really struggling.
Yeah.
Like, I'll never forget it. Primary 4, teaching maths. I was like, these children are never going to get jobs because I can't teach them fractions. Do you know what I mean? But like, I know that's so weird to say. Not weird, but like far-fetched to say. But those are the thoughts that kept me up at night, that I wasn't a good enough teacher. Yet I had no real evidence to back that up.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe maths wasn't my strong point.
Yeah.
But like, what about the drama, the English, the religion?
Yeah.
The PE.
Yeah.
You know? But
I always hated PE.
But going to therapy for me, you know, is setting boundaries with yourself.
Yeah.
And recognising your needs and your values.
Yeah. And sometimes we look at life through the lens of the opinions of others, and we don't look at ourselves. So say even especially like in a dating context, we're sitting trying to nearly analyse the thoughts and behaviours of somebody else.
Yeah.
But we're not. But we and we let that validate how we look at ourselves poorly. Meanwhile, it's like, no, like that you can't change or control what's happening around you. You can't change or somebody else's behaviour or thoughts or actions, but you can change your own and how you look at yourself. But
life is 10% of what happens to you, and 90% how you react to it.
100%. I only learnt that, I'd say, in the past 4 or 5 years. Because I used to be very reactive.
Same.
And like I reacted to everything in life that would happen.
I used to take everything like really personal.
Really personal.
That's the people
was really defensive people, yeah. Because you're an empath as well.
Oh, I'm an empath. Like I feel like energy, feelings, and I feel bad vibes.
Yeah.
And then, but I always check myself, and I'm like, am I being judgy?
Yeah.
But your gut and your intuition just doesn't lie. And some people, it's horses for courses. Some people vibe and other people don't. But I used to want to vibe with everyone.
Everybody. But then that's the part, you see, with that there, it's like if you actually think about it, you're trying to, why would you want everybody to like you? Why would you want to, like, I get it, look, like we're all, but you don't have to dislike.
No, it's not
Do you know
about
what I mean? It's not about hatred or anything like that. But like, there's a lot of people where I'm like, look, they're really not my cup of tea, but there's no bad reason about it. I'm like, I just don't partake in it. But also, I'm likely not their cup of tea, and I'm likely not a lot of cup of people's tea.
You're my cup of tea.
Oh, thanks, and you're
Some
mine.
people don't even like tea.
Well, I'd rather coffee, like.
I love coffee. What is your coffee order?
I like a caramel latte. But I do prefer just like a bog standard Nescafe or a bit of, you know.
You said
this. I do like Mellow Birds. It's a guilty pleasure, but also I do judge other people drinking Mellow Birds. Like I drink Mellow Birds maybe like in an alleyway if nobody's looking.
Aye. Like hide the jar, rip the label of the jar.
What's your one on that? What do you get?
Oh, I love a flat white, please.
I'm the exact
same. Are you the
flat white?
Really flat
white.
White.
I've never got onto the flat white hype. What is it about it?
I don't know.
Right, it's a perfect amount.
Is it like a hit?
Coffee. Like, it's not too big. It's not a mug.
It's not too strong either. But it's a wee bit stronger than like a latte or.
Right.
Yeah, it's lovely. I love it, and I love a nice Americano with just a wee bit of milk. Not milk.
I've seen a couple of people do it. I'm going to maybe try and get on that. Iced Americano with a bit of milk.
But you'd probably like a bit of squeeze of caramel in or something.
Judy, you hear this for a laugh? Let me get my phone while we're on the subject of coffee orders. So on the radio, Jordan, I had to go and get a coffee. And then I was like, let me know what you want. Yes. And she's like, I'll text you. So I had to read this out to the barista, and I goes, look, I'm sorry about this. Like, this is ridiculous. Iced Americano with 2 pumps of sugar-free caramel, 1 packet of sweetener, and a dash of oat milk.
I say I wouldn't.
I wouldn't. See, if I was a barista and somebody came in and ordered something, I'd turn around and I'd go like, fuck off.
I wouldn't mind it if I was the barista, but like, see if that was my order, and someone says, "Here, do you want a coffee?" I would never tell them to get that.
Never.
I would go, "I'll just get me a
why the sachet of sweetener when you've already got the sugar-free, sir?"
But then, do you know what? When you're paying, what are you paying for? You want to get it right.
You want to get your right thing.
Do you know what I mean? Fair play. I would say go for it. Just do you. You do you.
Well, no offense, Jordan, if she does watch this. But some people are just like, like extra foam, warm, lukewarm. I'm like,
I think if I lived in America, I'd be that.
They're all very like,
I'd be like, but I'd only be doing it because I'd be someone's PA.
Just like the Beverly Hills way of life. People be difficult
the devil
for the
wears
sake
Prada.
Yeah.
Type of thing, and not wanting to annoy Meryl Streep.
Yes, fair enough.
Is it Meryl Streep or Steep? Streep.
Yeah.
Meryl Streep. There we go. Meryl Streep.
Misheard lyric.
Misheard.
Well, I didn't know what chutney was, so.
Yeah, and also remember we were hosting together and you thought B2B was back to back.
Oh my God, Sean, we were doing like these business awards, basically.
Social media awards.
Oh, sorry. It was only a couple of days ago. It was like, and the next award is, say, startup businesses B2B. And then I was like, is that back to back? Like, I thought like...
back to back. And then you're like, and the startup, what's startup?
I didn't know what a startup was either.
So a startup's a brand new business.
I'm not business savvy though.
Yeah, but that's good to be honest.
I think you can, like, you know.
So is that B2B?
B2B means business to business.
Business to business,
Oh,
direct, you know.
Right.
But yeah, no, that was good crack that night.
Yeah, it was.
Loved your dance moves during the dance
Loved
off.
yours too.
My feet were on fire.
I know. And then do you remember I got to that point, it was getting quite late and I was like sitting looking at the phone tapping it at you going like, come on, like let's get through it.
Let's get it going.
I just wanted to party. But then I think come the end I was
party.
We did, but we didn't. Like I wouldn't say like we didn't hit lift off. Like
no, we didn't.
We're wrecked.
It
was more like nightcap and good chats.
Nightcap. But then remember, were you there for the Starships? That song, Starships?
No, I wasn't there for that.
It was good crack.
No.
But what happens in the Europa Residence Bar stays in the Europa Residence Bar.
Not much did happen though.
No, it didn't.
But then there was a good vibe, nice and wholesome.
Good vibes.
Very like travelling soldier vibes. Like everybody's sitting around travelling soldier.
Well, that's it.
Like, do you know that?
Were you there for the chants? So like...
Sweet.
No. There's only one board of lunch.
Oh, yes, yeah.
There's only one board of lunch. He loves the munch, hear the crunch, walking in a board of lunch wonderland.
This part I was like...
You know, you tapped out.
I was like, I'm away.
You know?
This is getting corny.
Yeah, but I love a bit of cheese.
Kumbaya, my lord.
No, I'm not into that.
See, before we move on to Hot or Not,
Yep.
do you just want to hear some more of these like famous misheard lyrics?
Yes, please.
Go.
Let's
do it.
go.
I love it.
Yeah.
We've got Blue by Full 65. So, what ones do you think I'm going to say for this one?
I'm blue, I have a blue house and a blue window.
But what's the misheard lyric?
I'm blue. If I was green, I would die.
If I was green, I would die is one of them.
Right.
And another one is I'm blue, I would beat off a guy.
What?
Oh my God,
Serious?
that's mine. I'm blue, I would beat off a guy. right? So we have to sing the misheard lyric, right? So, I'm blue if I would beat off a guy. Right?
I'm blue.
If I was green.
If I'm blue, if I was green, I would die. Oh, sorry. I'm
blue. Oh we're really going for it. We're really going for it.
Fuck off. I don't know why I did that. I was thinking, like, remember the Radio 1 Live Lounge version?
So we've got Elton John, Tiny Dancer, but it gets changed to Hold Me Closer, Tony Danza.
Oh, I don't know.
Tony.
Hold me closer,
Tony Danza.
Tony Danza. Right?
Who's Tony Danza?
He was like an
Sings
actor.
Amarillo?
No. That was Tony Christie.
Tony Christie.
Tony Danza. Let's see, who was Tony Danza? He was an American actor and a retired professional boxer. He was in the television series Taxi and Who's the Boss.
Right. Shout out to Tony.
Shout out Tony Danza.
Tony Danza.
Mm-hmm. Chiquitita.
Chiquitita, tucatita.
Chiquitita, tell me what's wrong.
Yeah, people say... take your teeth out, tell me what's wrong.
Take your teeth out, tell me what's wrong.
Oh. What is it though?
Chiquitita, tell me what's wrong.
Oh, was it? Oh, I thought it was Chiquitita, Chiquitita.
Yeah, I know.
No, that's the way I sang it.
Chiquitita, you and I know.
Is that right?
I don't. Chiquitita, tell me what's wrong.
Right.
And then Sex on Fire by Kings of Leon.
Oh.
People say Dyslexics on Fire.
Oh, really? Oh.
Oh, wow. Right.
I don't know why you're
like
thinking
a crime.
That is, yeah. But you know what? Like, songs are class. I love
but
songs.
it's funny, like, but I'm like, sing whatever you want.
Do you ever make up your own?
But do you ever think this as well? Can we talk about this while we're on this here?
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever think of the songs you would have sang when you were like maybe like a kid? Like I used to remember like Winter Gordon, Dirty Talk. Do Do you remember Winter Gordon Dirty Talk? No. I am no like these are the lyrics, by the way. Like stripping heels, lingerie, pantyhose, foreplay, S&M on the floor. I like it hardcore. Ooh.
No, do you remember?
I want to do some dirty things to you tonight. I was saying this at like maybe like 11. Ooh, I want to fight.
What age?
Night like 11. And I was like,
I swear to God.
And then Dirty Christina Aguilera.
Right, no, but you remember this one?
Was it like a dirty one?
You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel. Do it again now.
And then
put your hands down my pants and I bet you'll feel nuts.
That's like...
But like literally, what age?
But you had no clue what you were singing.
And then meanwhile your man's going, maybe turn that off.
But I remember being in the car one time and I was singing like one of them or something. My mom's like, what the fuck did you just sing? And I was like, what? Like, what are you on about?
But even the Spice Girls, when to become one.
I need some love like I've never needed love before.
I'm gonna make love to ya, baby.
I had a little love.
And now I'm going back for more.
And like one I remember asking, could I get a 50 cent CD?
Whenever you used to go to hip hop.
When I used to go
John used to go to hip hop.
Did
you? Just imagine it. I'd imagine it.
I would see you as an Irish dancer.
I also did Irish dance.
You own it?
Oh, that's it.
I can imagine
but
Irish
dancer. I wanted Candy Shop. Like, which was just
tell me your way. How do you want to? I should have back that thing up. I should have push up on a temperature rise. And it's okay. And she's got the season strip. I'm the love doctor.
Oh wow! Did you like
How
it?
sprung? I got you.
But
what about Fat Man Scoop? R.I.P. By the way.
Because he did.
Yes, he died.
Just there.
Oh.
I never knew there was a
Is that Fat Man Scoop? Oh, Fat Man Scoop.
Coop the cane.
Fat Man Scoop.
I don't know what.
Engine number 9 on the New York Transit line. If my train gets off the track, pick it up.
Who fucking tonight? Who fucking tonight? Who fucking tonight?
Oh. Single ladies can hear ya. Single ladies.
I maybe shouldn't say this, but I'll just say somewhere, and that song came on, and a girl who I'm friends with who is married, right?
Right.
She just was like, I think she was just like, the cat's away, the mice will play. I'm saying nothing, giving nothing away. Okay. And the song came on, like that song came on. Single ladies, I can't hear ya. Single ladies, make noise. And she went, make noise.
Oh my God, I like
and like had her wee face, and I was like, you're a devil. But she didn't do anything, by the way. I think she was just wanting like a bit of a flirt.
But even Nelly,
you know,
it's so this is my third lyrics.
Yeah.
So I used to think it was, it's getting hot in here, so take off all your gear.
Oh. Well, that maybe would be better.
Getting so hot, I'm gonna take my clothes off. It's a little bit of just a little bit remix. Just a little bit of oh my God.
But the last misheard lyric here is from Madonna.
Right.
Like a virgin. But people say instead of touch for the very first time, people say touch for the 31st time.
Oh, okay. Touch for the 31st time. Oh,
works.
It
works. I like changing lyrics to that song. We were talking about cheese earlier, but sweet dreams are made of cheese. Who am I to disagree?
Don't please. My skin's crawling.
I think we need to move on from this.
Sometimes you make me so uncomfortable.
This is where people turn off.
Okay, right. Hot or not?
Hot or not.
Right, you ready for it?
Oh, can't wait.
Okay, right. Let's get the laptop up. Let's see what is on
Hot or not. I love this game.
Okay, right. Let's see what's on Hot or What. Oh, I can't even speak. Hot or What?
Hot or what?
Hot or not. Okay, so... Right, so Hot or not.
Right.
First one, cancel culture. So cancel culture as the psychology of the cancel culture.
For me, it's just not.
Not. You see, and I think not to get it twisted, my thing is, I think whether it's a brand or if something's not necessarily ethical or whatever, I believe in accountability, but I think cancel culture creates this, it's like as if people can't make mistakes. But how are people meant to learn from mistakes if they're not given the grace to grow from it?
Well, that's it.
But I believe you should understand, be accountable, learn from it, but people should be given the chance to show. Do you know what I mean?
But you know what? The thing is, my beef with cancel culture is this: it's very subjective.
Yeah,
it's people's opinion, and on the internet, it can be a very, very scary place because people forget there's real people behind the screen.
Yeah.
And you know what? We're all human. We all make mistakes.
Yeah.
Whether it's in front of the camera, behind the camera, whatever, because we're only human.
Yeah.
But what I don't like is the kick people get out of.
Dragging people,
kicking them when they're down, and actually, taking delight in things.
Yeah, like
so
nearly.
Some people think it's hot because they're like, this is gossip and blah blah blah, but also not realizing how detrimental it could be to this person.
Yeah,
like even their, not even just celebrities.
Yeah,
but
like businesses and different people and like creators and
it's just. People are very, very quick to cancel without maybe knowing the facts. There's a lot of bandwagoning going on, but I totally agree with accountability and doing research and doing the right thing.
Yeah. But then it's like this. It's like if we're living in a world where everyone's afraid of cancel culture, where you're afraid to even speak, you're losing like your authenticity because you're afraid of being cancelled or and this like witch hunt kind of. It's so like it's kind of like. It's like sugarcoating it as woke, but you're like you're just using this as an excuse to nearly like project like hateful like propaganda, so to speak.
It's very sensitive, this and all, isn't it?
Yeah.
I do think people need to be held
accountable. I agree. I agree.
There's certain actions I'd say that you can't return from. So there's people but I do think there's a lot of instances where people maybe benefit from the downfall of someone else. So then they push very hard for that person to be brought down for whatever.
And try to nearly like drag them through the mud. But and that's the thing. I agree. There are certain things that like it's like there's no kind of going back from. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, all the P. Diddy stuff and all that.
Yeah,
that's
obscene.
And that is warranted because he's gone through court and the system. But the trial by social media is just not it.
Yeah.
It's not it because, people turn into detectives and
and then
conspiracy
a lot of it can be
theories
conspiracy theories and then a lot of it can...
And a lot of it, it's like... There's a big chain reaction, no matter what level of involvement somebody might have had. If you looked at this person walking down the street, one time, then you're being trailed through it as well.
No, literally. And
so it's
and I think I think it's like, so to say, sometimes with these things, the certain thing, it's important, like as in that mistake happened, that needs to be taken accountability for. That all should happen, and it's like you want to disengage from it. You don't want to support it anymore. You want to move away from it. If you can't see past it, that's completely fair. Like
just like some unfollow and and
I think it should be taken serious. So like in the sense of like
because a lot of it came from like Me Too.
Yeah,
the Me Too movement, which was very important.
Very
because it was like. Women taking back
their power,
in Hollywood and stuff, and
no, completely.
So like, it's moments like that where it's actually very powerful and it's like important, but people sometimes just need to get their facts right.
Yeah,
and
I think that's the
be
part
a bit more compassionate sometimes.
Yeah. So I think the whole as in people should be accountable for their wrongdoings, and people should be, But then this is the thing, it's like if something's like there's some things are pure like evil and sinister in the world, and like there is no going back from that. And then there's things that is maybe like it's completely wrong and it's a mistake. But it shouldn't be like, okay, we forgive you, but it should be like you should be held accountable. But the people need to take accountability and be responsible. Like, if you have a platform or a brand or this or that or whatever it is, there are certain ethics that you need to follow. You do have an audience that is watching you, and you need to be responsible. But at the same time, is there any need for this like dragging people and slandering people? And it's like it's the wildfire it creates after it.
And everyone has a past.
Yeah, everybody has a past. I've made mistakes. Everybody's made mistakes, and it's like I often think if you made a mistake, if your mistake kind of came to light, how would you like people to treat you? Like they don't know your circumstances, they don't know your walk of life, but obviously you can't really rate this. It's
very broad.
What's the word?
Complicated,
and it's very divisive.
Very
Some
divisive.
people like we're on the same page here. Yeah. But a lot of people be saying, no, it's subjective to what the issue is or the person or whatever. But
you can't categorize it. Like it depends on the context of the situation.
Everybody has their own values and beliefs.
Yeah.
But some people think that my way of thinking is the only way of thinking. And if anything falls out of that line, then you are the devil.
Then you're the devil, basically, yeah. Completely. And it's like the thing is, we don't all have to agree, and we can have different values and different outlooks and different things. But like things that are point blank, completely wrong.
But you said something there, if we don't make mistakes, how are we supposed to learn? Then if you make a mistake and it's years on from the mistake, do you have to keep paying the price?
Some people would say, yeah. I don't know the answer to that.
Again, it's also complicated, isn't it?
It's so complicated.
It is very complicated.
I know, like Trisha Paytas.
Trisha
Paytas.
Yes.
She very much like took full on like accountability for she would have done had said loads of very controversial things in the past.
Okay.
And she was talking about it one time, and she's like there's some people who can see the personal development in me. I was in a really bad place back then, and I was very problematic. But she's really changed and evolved as a person. But she's also very much like there are people who will still expect me to apologise, and I will always apologise to them. There are people who will still not ever get behind me, and they are entitled to think that because I made that mistake. So she really owns it.
That's it.
Then some people try to brush it off or deflect from it, or it's a tough one. But I think this witch hunt culture, I think what you need to remember is there's a person behind that that could be really really struggling. Like Caroline Flack, for instance.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Exactly.
That's a prime example.
That's a prime example,
and that's a very deep, dark example of someone's private life.
Yeah.
Being exploded onto the papers, and the media had a lot.
And then with that, there is a lot of there's parts of it. Yes, it's true. Yes, it happened. Yes, it should be accountable. Yes, to all them things. We're not saying that there, but it's the fabrication that comes with sense that people love nearly controversy or drama or scandal, and it's that's the part with that part of cancel culture.
I would say calling people out on their bullshit, holding people accountable, hot. Yeah. But the social media online witch hunts for people when people don't have a full facts of a story.
Yeah, and slander and fabricating and slandering people and dragging people through the mud just because you have a personal hatred or vendetta against somebody and you're trying to nearly try to cancel them.
And have a double standards. Like say if someone with a larger platform been called out, but someone with a smaller platform maybe not called out.
Yeah.
And a difference been made and just...
No.
Just sometimes it depends on, once again, very subjective to what
it is,
what the handling is, right?
I agree.
But come back to me when you're perfect.
Yeah. No, 100%.
You know what I mean? That's what when I hear people 100%. Slamming other people.
Yeah.
Yes, sometimes you can get caught up in the OMG, but
and sometimes you can maybe say the wrong thing. Sometimes you could do the wrong thing, or sometimes
nobody's perfect, and I think if it's.
But then it is that thing, is like mistakes should be pointed out, but also depending on obviously circumstantial, you should be able to learn from the mistake, without this kind of backlash, so to speak, or but also if you can't see past it, go about your life.
That's it.
Go about your life, pay no attention to them. Mm-hmm. But I would say I agree with Sean. I think holding people accountable, hot, but slander, fabrication, or really say coming for people on a personal level because of a mistake or something you're ugly or you're fat or you're this or you're that, or you're becoming you're nearly worse,
or just fabricating stories and not knowing the facts and loving the negativity.
So they're getting a kick out of that part just because it's drama. I say
that's a very broad,
because that's feeding into that that trollish toxic kind of energy, which isn't healthy.
Nope.
So I'd say not. Okay, so next one, I know you love these and you're going to say hot. Cold water dips. So do you want to tell them or will I?
Oh my goodness.
Well, they're not hot at all.
They're far from...
Hey, very good,
they
Sean.
Are shit hot. if anyone knows me, I love a good cold water dip. Total submerging match, whether it's in the sea, an ice bath, not the shower. I'm not into cold drips or cold spikes. No, I love just plunge my in. Right. And I'm telling you, for my mental health, well-being, dopamine hit, it is unmatched. I've never done illegal substances, but apparently it's up there.
It's up there with the same kind of feeling.
Yeah. And do you know what? It's exhilarating. And then I love the contrast therapy. So it's hot too. The sauna.
The sauna, yes.
Yes, but what about our memories?
So we done one in January, and I thought this is something I'm going to really bring into the new. You know, in the new year, you're like, I need to do all these like New Year's resolutions, and this was one of mine. So we went together, and not. It was for charity. Just jumped in. It was for charity, in fairness, but she just jumped in. I was like, get in. No bother till her. I had to like step in. I was like, ah!
I know. And then it got to your
panicking. I was nearly having a panic attack. I was like, no.
And he did it.
And then I done it, and then it was horrendous, and then it was... But, like, so this is the way I would describe it. If you are religious, you might relate to this. If you're not, I'll try to think of a different thing. But basically, like, mass. So I think of, like, say, going to mass or going to church or going to whatever. The thought of it, you're like, ugh. See, after you walk out of there, you're like, must be 8 seconds to an angel. Like, you are, like, you feel like you are, like, I don't know, like, the divine mercy. You feel born again. Yeah. You feel virginal, you feel amazing, you just feel pure. Like, and I love... That's what it's like. But the thought of going... Do you know what I mean? Or the thought of going to the gym, you're like, for fuck's sake, I can't be bothered. And then after, you're like, oh my God, like... Yeah. I think I've lost like 4 pounds.
Yes, but also...
And like my ass looks good. Like I feel great. Like it's that psychological thing. Yeah. Well... That's what it is to me.
Well, to me, it's just a reset. Yeah. It's a reset button. And I love like taking newbie slit. Like tonight I'm going with my friend. Yes. She's never
done it, right, okay.
And she's all like, oh, must go. And then I'm like, well, come on. Yeah. Come on, I'm going the night. She's like, oh, I was like, oh, come on now. And she can't, and it's love it. Like hopefully she'll love it.
Love it, yeah.
Like the benefits, I think.
The benefits outweigh it, yeah.
Like it's to me, it's science. I'm so glad I found it. I used to trip to Helens Bay all the time. Yeah. But now I go to a lovely wee place. Yeah. Shout out to the Feel Good Therapy Garden.
Oh.
In Pomeroy.
In Pomeroy, right.
And I love going there. Right. Me and you went to Splash.
We went to Splash.
And it's lovely. It's really good. Like a lake, a lovely freshwater lake. And
then the wee sauna after. The sauna was I always love the wee sauna after.
Sauna after, definitely.
But I would say, what would you say, Sean? Have you ever done it before?
I've never done it before. I need to go. But
right. Let's go, Sean.
And like, I don't know if I've been saying and I need to do it, but like, I am eventually going to do it. But I would say hot. I believe the hype.
You believe the hype?
So
I believe the hype as well.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, oh.
Yes. Wild effort, but hot.
But if you can get into the system, I think if you can get into the rhythm of that, I think it has so many health benefits.
Like if I seriously thinking of investing in my health and well-being, I would love to invest in an ice bath. I don't know if I could do both, but I would definitely love an ice bath.
Yeah, or like a cold water shower in the morning. People say really good.
Yeah, really good. But that's for me that does not get me going because it's just I find it a wee bit painful. Whereas I just love the submerging, you know.
Yeah.
See, I used to jump into the harbour in Carnock.
So probably the harbour.
Yeah.
Which was probably bad for me, like because that water was probably stinking. But we used to do it as kids. We used to put wetsuits on, jump into the harbour.
Class, but it was like refreshing.
Oh yeah,
and it does like it's like childlike. Yeah, and it's hard to explain, but it is. I find it exhilarating, and as I say, it's for the dopamine hit. And that and then I find after it, I'm very productive. Even if it is at night, but I can still sleep. Yeah. But even like I could go from a dip till journaling.
Right. But that it's nearly like someone's put the power button on, like you're good and you're ready.
Like I'm excited for tonight.
Yes. And how often do you do it?
Well, like every week.
Every week?
Every week. Yeah. But there was a time there I got out of it. You can get out of really good habits because you think, oh, maybe you don't need it, but I really missed it. Yeah. And but now,
so we would all say hot then.
Yeah.
Hot AF.
Hot. If this is your sign, if you're thinking about doing it, and we all say hot.
You'll not feel hot, but...
You'll not feel hot, but you'll feel hot afterwards. It's worth it. The after feeling, it's worth it. Okay, hot or not, dating apps?
Well, for me, and my personal experience, not.
Not, okay.
not.
I'm going to say hot and not.
Oh, can you say both?
Not really,
okay.
Actually. Sorry, I'm making up my own
podcast.
rules. That's not the rules.
Yeah.
No, I'd say I'm going to say. Say you, why not?
Right.
Why
For
do you
me,
think not?
like sometimes you're being judged on a picture.
Right. Okay.
So sometimes be very superficial. Now I know lots of people that have met successfully through apps.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it doesn't work, but my personal experience, it just has been not. I've never connected with someone on an app.
Okay.
But yes, don't get me wrong. Wee bit of attention.
Yes.
Can go a long way.
Yeah, like a wee bit of communication.
That's it.
Yeah.
But you know what? You usually just don't chat.
No.
You match. It's like a wee ego boost, like, happy days. And then you see them maybe and you're like, oh my God, we matched and we never spoke.
And there's nothing kind of concrete comes from it. Yeah, no.
That's it. And you know what? I just find like all the questions are so samey.
Yeah.
Some of the lines are samey.
Yeah.
Some of the dirt that's said to you. Like, no, lad.
Yeah, we're certainly becoming more like a hookup app as opposed to like I'm genuinely trying to find the one.
And I just find like very superficial, you're like a barista board cup or a, you know what I mean? Like a disposable cup.
Oh, yeah, you're like a disposable cup, yeah.
You're just like on to the next
one. Yeah.
And like people maybe have multiple apps now and it's just like, do you know what? Like there's a lot not to choose from, but just distractions and temptations and...
Yeah.
Do you know what? It's for me. It's.
I think it would be. I think the world would be. I think if they didn't exist, people would then have better confidence and communication skills in regards to dating. I think now everybody's if you're doing everything through a mobile phone, if you actually think about it, there is a barrier between you and human connection.
That's it.
Like, say, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and do you know what? Sometimes it's like, you're going for like you're chatting or whatever, and it's like an interview for a job you don't want.
You're asking very formal questions which are very like mundane. It's like not stimulating.
No, it's not. And just, like the worst thing someone can say to you is, hey.
Yeah.
That's it. It's game over.
No.
Hit me with, like, I think for a while there, when I was on them, my line was Dumb and Dumber, so you're telling me there's a chance. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
No, I don't think I have.
But that attracted the Dumb and Dumber people that loved Dumb and Dumber. And then we bantered.
Right.
So that was kind of like a wee
something
thing.
Personal about you, and then it's nearly...
So anyone who's...
And talking about something other than like a formal, direct question, which feels a bit like forced or...
But like some people are very... mysterious on the apps. You don't know whether they're real or not, and then other people tell you
that too, like catfish and all.
I have my own house, have children, don't want more.
Yeah,
like
and they're very
blah blah blah.
Wear their heart in their sleeve.
That's it. And it's just for me. I just organic is it's not always the best, and it's not always like possible. But for me, that would be the way to go, if possible.
Yeah,
and but. Back in lockdown in 2020, I had a great time just on the apps, having the crack because I was bored. Bored, like you weren't going to meet them because
social distancing.
It's kind of like so I remember that crack.
But
like I actually that's when I started like talking onto my phone more and Instagram and created a wee thing. If you go on my Instagram and the Tinder tales is up in the highlight reels.
Right, okay.
And the tales people told me, like me and Mummy, I was telling Mummy, I was like, would you believe that this is real?
Yeah.
Do you know a man, right, went about in his transit van with a mattress in the back of her.
I've heard of this before.
And there was multiple Tyrone girls telling me.
Oh God!
So I was like, oh my God, the man in the transit van. It became a thing.
I think that's more common, than you think.
But in lockdown,
no, I've heard of that before.
And then that's like. It sets up a Netflix documentary.
Like very,
well, you know what?
Jeffrey Dahmer vibes.
If I went on a date and a boy said, "Here, I have a
creepy as fuck.
I have a mattress in the back of the van."
Oh, Jesus.
I'm telling you, I'd slash his tires.
I do love a man in a van, though. So I'd literally be in the back of her.
I love a man.
I'd be like, "Get me a jumbo and I'll see you in the back."
No, I like a pickup truck.
What?
Pickup truck.
Oh, we love a pickup truck. I love them pickup trucks, like a 4x4.
Luke Combs
bouncing on the road. Yep. Right, okay, so we're saying I was not.
Oh, well, for me, I went on a total tangent there. For me, it's not, but I'm not, like, if you've met your person on dating apps and they're for you and you just want a bit of fun, whatever.
Yes.
You do you.
You do you. It's not like a not, but it's like a
But
not for us.
But just be so careful.
Yeah.
You know, that their identity's right. I'm just going all pee.
No.
Be careful on them.
You know,
and just always tell someone.
Yeah, and
like,
before you meet somebody and actually start to get comfortable and like begin a connection, always just just be a wee bit like not skeptical, but just keep a guard up. And
if anyone younger is watching this, be careful about if they request stuff. Information
don't
from
do
you.
nothing.
Yeah.
No,
pictures. So that I just think it's just
pictures. Avoid. Do not do it.
To me,
no.
Dating apps are just cesspits.
Yeah.
But
I get
not the case for everyone.
But not for everybody. But it's
what
all
about you?
Me, I'd say not.
Oh.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
But also it can work. For me personally, no, but not.
Yeah.
I prefer organic connection,
but you know what's
human
good?
connection.
People maybe matching and then getting on WhatsApp.
Like getting that straight, but that's when that's what I mean. There's a diamond. What's the diamond in the rubble? So you'll always maybe get the one person who's actually genuinely aligns with your values or a match. So that's why you shouldn't rule it out completely.
And I think, I always respected the lads that just said it as it is. Like, I'm just looking for fun here.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, here, thank you for just being honest, but I'm actually not. I like to meet someone.
Yeah.
And that's him out the gap, and so am I.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's not what I want.
No.
But people want different things.
Yeah.
And that's okay. And if another top tip, if they're asking you for your Snapchat.
Oh, jeez.
No.
Snapchats, people use... Do you use Snapchat?
No.
But Snapchat's for like... Snapchat's like,
It's
like
just the
most
disposable form of contact. It gives married.
It's
giving married.
No, it's not a vibe. So we're all saying not. Right, so our last one, hot or not, voice messages. So send like voice notes instead of like text messages.
So, I know this isn't the question, but I love an old voice call.
Oh yeah, so... I'd say call over text.
But I like phoning the person when I'm on the road.
Yes. Okay.
Don't be phoning me back.
Yes. By the way, she means a hands-free kit.
I
just get the hand out.
Oh no, the hand.
When I'm on the road.
Like when I'm on the road, like as in,
Yeah. Like if you're on the road somewhere, like you like say if you were like on a long journey or something, you'd like a phone call, that type of thing.
If anyone who knows me and apologise to my people, my good friends and all, I'm a terrible texter.
I'm terrible too.
WhatsApp. Yeah. What is your...
keep it to the point.
But even your WhatsApp, your unopened messages.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Like even groups and stuff.
Yeah.
Like groups.
Group chats. I am not contributing in a group chat.
If I'm added to a group, it's painful.
Yeah, I do not.
I turn off notifications.
I turn off notifications too. Yeah.
But they just sometimes go in the archive. But I don't want to miss... but you don't miss anything.
You don't give a fuck, listen. No, you don't give a shit. I said you're missing nothing. I honestly, I'm like, look, if you need me, call me. Yes, if you need me, call me.
But voice notes, if they're short, see if I see them over a minute.
Over a minute, I'm not listening.
That's a podcast.
I'm literally, and I'm not listening.
Let's just be busy.
But then do you ever put it on a 2 or 3 speed? I do that.
1.5 is the only one.
1.5. No.
That is.
Oh no! Sometimes I'm like, I really don't want to listen, but I just want to get to the end of this, so I'm going to put it on 2.
That's it.
And if I'll hear what I hear from it.
That's it. But I generally have ignored long messages and then listen to them.
And sometimes you do feel bad, and you're back in the room, and you're like, hi, and it's like, oh, where did you? Like, you didn't reply. And sometimes my friends, they're like, hello, like they'll ring me, and they're like, I've seen you been online, and you still haven't clicked on my message. Yeah. There's some people I've left unread for like a week. It's not bad. It's bad.
I'm guilty of that too.
Guilty.
But you know what? You said the word guilty there.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you're maybe overwhelmed in life.
Overstimulated,
overstimulated, it's very, very hard to keep up contact with people. And I'm guilty of this, but sometimes you need just a wee bit of space.
Yeah, I agree.
From feeling on. Because we're not robots. We're not machines.
No. And funny enough, actually, this year I always say, see me and my group of friends, we're very much in that vibe. We're very checking in from afar, hey, just checking in. You're all doing good, So we're not expecting to I haven't heard from you in a week. We've let go of all of that. Where everybody's in their own lane. They're putting themselves first. Their friends that are focusing maybe their wedding or getting married. Some friends are focusing maybe on their family or their career or themselves or a new partner or whatever. We've all got great things going on in our life, and we all know if you need me, you know that we're here for one another, but also we don't need to keep talking and texting and voice noting every day just to maintain.
That's it.
We're more. So I would say voice notes. I do love a good funny voice note, but no longer than a minute. And if we're wanting to actually have a conversation, don't send me an essay. Don't send me like a 5-minute TED Talk voice note. Just pick up the phone and give me a call.
Do you know what I loved the other night? So I sent you a voice note telling you a wee bit of crack. And then you started, you FaceTime me.
Yeah.
And I loved that.
Because I just thought, fuck this shit.
Aye, yeah.
So I love FaceTime. FaceTime's my favourite. FaceTime's my favourite. Yeah. Love a wee late night FaceTime.
Oh, yeah. So voice notes. Oh, no. Do you know what? I don't know.
I'm going to say not because I think there's better ways of communication.
Yeah, that's it.
But do you ever, if you're sending one, like, do you do like a couple of takes?
Sometimes I
do.
Really? No.
And then, like, if you're responding to like an earlier thing, and there has to be a laugh at the start.
Yeah.
And so, like, you're on your third take of the voice note, and you're like, right. Ha 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 ha. And then you start the message.
So are we meeting for no? Stop, no. Stop, no. That's why it's just easier just to pick up the phone because you're in real time, communicating. And I don't like this back and forth and And see if I was like seeing somebody and stuff, like I'm very like maybe couple of texts during the day where it's like, well, how's your morning going? How's your afternoon going? How's your evening? Maybe like just a bit of like updates, and then I like a wee evening call.
Oh my goodness,
that's perfect to me.
Absolutely. So I love maybe a wee good morning message.
Yeah, good morning message.
I'm not precious who sends it first. Sometimes people are like, oh, you should wait.
Yeah, no. I think you should take turns. If it feels right, if you want to send it. Yeah.
And then, but definitely on a wee good night text.
Yeah.
With one X.
Yeah. Well, I always do like wee good night and then a wee like emoji the wee. And then sometimes like wee gifs of like say like wee teddy bears being like all snuggled, like Mickey and Minnie being like.
Oh, that's cute. I never put you down to be a snuggler. I'm an X. I love a wee X.
I'm real.
And then back in the MSN days, I'd have been small X, big X, big X, big X. You know what I mean? Groovy chick at hotmail.com.
Yeah.
I was groovy chick at hotmail.com.
I had a friend, she was like Playboy Princess.
Oh my
God. I think
God.
she still has it, so it's so awkward. It's like, say, like, for instance, do you want an email receipt? She's like, can I have a paper one?
I know.
I've a mate and he recently just had to change his email address because like he was going for like jobs.
Yes.
And it is like the email address he was giving them was WeDMUFC.
Man United Football Club.
Yeah.
Stop.
And I was going, that's the most smacked out thing ever.
That is.
Stop. I have one, like, they were a Celtic supporter and theirs was like up the hoops.
Up the hoops.
Like up underscore da underscore hoops. I was like, oh no.
You can't have that.
No. Right, okay, so we've covered hot or not. So we'd like to finish every episode with a quote. So obviously you're the quote expert. Before we do that, do you have anything coming up that you want to share here?
Yes.
Obviously it's coming up to Christmas, so the diaries and the calendars, they're still happening, yeah.
So we have our diary launch coming up.
Yeah.
With a wee twist.
Oh.
And we also have a brand new product.
Okay.
That I actually created when I was in Bali.
Oh, right, okay.
And then my sister, she's a graphic designer. And she's just, I'm biased, but I think she's incredible.
Incredible, yeah.
She's responsible for all our branding, but a brand new product coming out. I can't say just yet. Okay. But it'll be coming out at the end of October.
Oh, we're soon enough then.
Soon
That's
enough,
good.
Soon
That's
enough.
good. That's good. Yeah.
So if you go to our website, you can sign up for updates. And we are so appreciative of people's support.
No, everybody loves them.
No, but like that's the whole purpose of the products is to uplift, inspire, and motivate people daily.
No.
And hopefully our new product will just do that.
Yeah.
And I think it's a really full circle moment for me because it's something I've been doing for a long time.
Yeah.
But haven't actually produced it. Because maybe I haven't nailed the art of it myself. But now I feel as if I have. So I could create something that will hopefully be a great gift to others. Or for yourself. It's not about
gift yourself as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, stop. Oh, this is exciting.
But yeah, I'm really, really excited.
Oh, very exciting. Okay. And then where can they follow you?
So at little_penny_thoughts. And same, we're going to try and get going on TikTok.
And that's the same?
Same, or Annette Kelly on TikTok, so whatever.
Okay, perfect. And we'll have that, if you're watching this on YouTube, we'll have that there in the description section. So you're the queen of the quotes, so I'm expecting something very big and revolutionary here, no pressure. We like to finish an episode with a quote, so what is the quote of this episode?
6 words, right? Comparison is the thief of joy. comparison is a thief of joy, and this is something that I really try and live by every day.
Yeah.
I spent too long in my 20s comparing myself to others, whether it was people in relationships, their jobs, how they looked, maybe what car they drove, the holidays they went on, and I realised that I was living through other people. And when you start to compare yourself to other people, you know, you're really doing yourself a disservice because you're never going to be them, but they're never going to be you. So instead of comparing, you know, congratulate the other person or wish them well, let them inspire you, but try your best. I know it's easier said than done to look at everything that you are rather than everything that you're not. And the good and your blessings, if you look hard enough and hunt the good, outweighs the bad.
And once you start practicing gratitude, I do feel like then great things actually do happen. Wouldn't be a big manifester kind of person, but like I do believe in some ways, if once you begin with appreciating what you have instead of fixating on what you don't have and comparing yourself to other people and looking at other lanes, because that's all like that's like half empty energy. Meanwhile, if you start being grateful for the things that's in front of you right now, then you're starting to fill the cup up and it's glass half full, and then it can fill higher and higher and higher.
100%. It's like a boomerang. You know, what you give out comes back. Good and bad.
Good and bad.
And I just really, really, you know, believe in that. And just to back yourself.
Yeah.
You know, a wee bit more and give yourself more credit. And, you know, try not to look too far back because you're going this way. And there's so many quotes that I love, but I think from a personal perspective is comparison is a thief of joy, and really, you know, just try your best till try not to look into the other lives of other people and think that they have it all going for them, because they don't. Nobody does.
No.
And you have a lot more going for you than you think you do.
Yeah. Right, well, Annette, thank you very much. Have you had fun?
So much fun.
So much fun, good.
I've loved this. I just think,
good.
I just want to personally say congratulations on your podcast.
Oh, thank you.
I've always been, for a long, like we've talked about this for a long time. We've been friends for a good few years now, and I've said, you know, definitely get this podcast up and going. You've inspired me as well.
I know, it's taken time, like, and a lot of, like, when we say about the self-doubt, looking at the other lanes and all, and then I just think the timing felt right to do it, and I feel like it's the best thing I've done. So thank you. Okay, I appreciate that.
No, and it's gonna go from strength to strength, and just thank you for having me on.
Stop. Give me a wee hug. All right. Thanks a million, Annette. Honestly, I appreciate that.
These are real cherries.
Oh, I take one home. Yeah, they're real. We make sure everybody's fed and watered in this podcast. Don't actually eat it. So that is the end of the episode. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to subscribe. That will keep you on top of all of the upcoming episodes where we might have future guests, and always myself and Sean. But Annette, thank you very much.
Bye.
Pop my cherry, over and out.